I was told that I talk a little bit too fast in my in majority of my videos, so in this video I'm going to talk a little bit slower. I'm going to talk at the pace that I do in real life. I want you guys to watch this video all the way through and let me know at the end if this is too slow. Hey guys, it's me. Welcome back to another video, and today we have the niche top 10 strongest beast mode fragrances that will blow your world away, whatever you want to call it. Now, I did the designer list I think a few days ago. If you have not watched that one yet, you should. A lot of beast mode designer fragrances in there. Now, if you watched that video already, thank you so much for watching, and please enjoy this niche list. Now, before I begin the list, I have to say that these fragrances are fragrances that I used to really live for. I used to wear these all the time. Some of them are newer, some of them are older here, but when I used to live in Alaska, I used to get a lot more wearings out of these. Now that I moved to Las Vegas, I barely get to wear them anymore, and a lot of them are sadly right now collecting dust. I don't know what to do with them personally. I might decant some away, I might just keep them, I don't know. But with that said, let's dive right into the list. We have the first one here. This is the honorable mention. This one is called Fève Délicieuse. Now the reason this one is an honorable mention is because it is reformulated. I've not yet tried the new reformulation. I've not had the time to go to the stores and check it out yet. But this one, the older formulation, lasts easily 18 plus hours on my skin. If this was put in the top 10 list, it can easily make the number 3 spot. So keep that in mind. 18 plus hours on the old formulation of Fève Délicieuse. If you can find this anywhere online, go ahead and pick it up. Alright, we're gonna jump right into top 10 now, and number 10 is a very surprising pick for me. I think it will surprise a lot of you guys as well. This one is called Devotion by the House of Matriarch. Now, I never thought I'd end up putting a Matriarch fragrance in a top 10 strongest fragrances, but this one, it's very strong. Now, not in the projection department, this one is not the best. It doesn't really project all that far. It's very close to your skin, but in the longevity department, this just doesn't come off my skin. I always consistently get 12 hours with Devotion, sometimes even more, but most of the time I wear it to sleep, or if I wear it during the day, I end up washing it off or take a shower for bed. So I never really ended up testing how long this fragrance actually lasts, but easily 12 hours every time I wear it. Lasts extremely long time. Now, I have to say that number 9 and number 8 may not last as long as this one, but does have better projection. But since this one has such a monstrous longevity, I feel like it deserves to be at the number 10 spot on this list. This is killing me, guys. I hate talking slow. Alright, number 9 spot, we have Apple Brandy by Kilian. Now, this one, is it by Kilian or by Kilian? Can you guys help me with that? Can you guys correct me? Anyway, Apple Brandy by Kilian. This one lasts around 8 to 9 hours on my skin, but the projection is to die for. This thing is so strong. Every time I wear this, I always get a cloud of sweet apple cider-ish kind of fragrance around me, and it smells really good. This is one of my most favorite niche fragrances of all time. This is one that I would keep forever in my collection. If I ever do a keep 10 niche fragrance list and tossing away the rest of my collection, this would be one of them that I would keep. It just smells gorgeous. I think this is a masterpiece from by Kilian. If you have not checked it out yet, you should. I know that this is a New York exclusive. I don't know if it still is anymore. I saw it on their website, so you can still purchase it online or maybe buy a sample online. So I don't think it's all the way New York exclusive anymore. I think it's more open now to the public to get it, but Apple Brandy, definitely one of them that's really amazing. Now, on the side note, another one that you should check out from the brand is called Single Malt. That one is definitely on my buy list. It's really good as well, and I heard from Mandy from Cascade Scent that it does also last a long time and projects really well. But that aside, Apple Brandy, really strong, sweet fragrance. If you like Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Mild, the really super sweet fragrance from the designer world, you would really enjoy this sweet bomb from the niche world. Apple Brandy, amazing fragrance. Next one is the newest one in my collection. This one is by Mas Milano. This one's called Mandala. Now, this one, the same with Apple Brandy, only lasts about 8 to 9 hours on my skin, sometimes 10 hours if you're really pushing it, but the projection on this is extremely strong. Now, I made a mistake of wearing this to play golf one day, and it killed me. The whole 18 hole, I was just filled with just headaches. I was not enjoying myself at all. I only sprayed 2 sprays of it as well, one on each side, and I couldn't play golf that day. But I don't know what happened that day. Throughout all my headaches, even though I hated the game throughout the way through, I ended up scoring the best score of my life, which is 95, which is not that good of a score. Okay, if you ask Bradley from Triple Ink, he'll say that 95 is on his worst days. He'll get a 95. But yeah, Bradley is so much better in golf than me. But when it comes to YouTube video making, Alright, next one we have the number 7 spot, and number 7 spot is Turkish Leather. Now this one is one that I used to wear a lot when I was in Alaska. As you can see, the major dent in this. I wear so much of this, and the dent would seem even more impressive when I tell you guys that this is a one spray fragrance only. One spray only. This thing is really strong. Oh, easily 10 hours plus with this one every time. The projection is also on par with Apple Brandy and also Mandala, but this one lasts a lot longer. 10 hours plus is very consistent. I think if you really push it, this one can go up to 12 or 13 hours. The smell of this is also very unique. You get a really nice chocolate leather vibe with a note of dates, dried dates to be exact. It's a very creative scent, a very creative fruity note. It doesn't smell so much like grapes. Like, yeah, it just smells like dried dates, like dried grape kind of fruitiness mixed with a chocolatey leather. It just smells really good. It's one of the most creative leather fragrance of all time. So if you're a fan of leather fragrance, if you're a fan of Tuscan leather, Godolphin, Golden Boy, any heavy leather fragrance at all, and you have not checked out Turkish Leather by Prin Parfum yet, you are missing out. That's just the bottom line. You are really missing out. The next one we have is the number 6 spot. The number 6 spot is from Baruti. This one is called Tinderer. Now this one, the longevity, I would say is about the same as Turkish Leather, but the projection on this is insane. I've made a mistake of spraying 3 sprays of this when I went out with my friend one time to dinner. He was wearing DHI that day, Dior Intense, and his batch was an older batch as well, so that fragrance is already very beastly in its own rights, but this one completely knocked DHI out of the water. He said that the only thing he could smell when I walked out of my car was Tinderer. Like it completely blew out DHI. DHI had nothing on this fragrance, so the projection of this is extremely strong. Where this was cautioned, it is a one spray fragrance only. In fact, all the fragrances that I'm about to talk about from this point on is a one spray fragrance, and at the number 1 spot, I would even say if you can spray half a spray of the number 1 spot, you'd be good. So yeah, stay tuned for number 1, guys. I'm very excited. And yeah, with that said, Baruti Tinderer at number 6. Breaking in at number 5 spot, we have a cult favorite from the niche community. This one is by Tower Perfume, L'air du Desert Marocain. We all know this one is a beast spicy fragrance. This one is borderline, to me, almost unwearable. Like, I don't wear this fragrance so often. Even when I was in Alaska, I only really wear this fragrance maybe like 4 or 5 times max. I don't really put this on too much because I don't feel like there's a lot of occasion where you want to smell like this. This to me is more of an art piece, one that you would want to keep in your collection to smell every now and then. If you don't know what this smells like, it smells just like the hot, spicy, warm desert. Just imagine a desert, and imagine that desert put in a bottle. You get L'air du Desert Marocain. Now this thing lasts easily 14 plus hours. This is one of those fragrances that is hailed to just last forever. This is a fall and winter monster, and only for the brave. If you're brave enough to wear this artistic masterpiece, all power to you. I am not that brave, so especially not in Vegas. This would never work in Vegas at all. But yeah, L'air du Desert Marocain by Tower Perfume. 14 hours plus of strong, spicy desert smell. Alright, number 4 on the list, we have one from the House of Zoologist, and this one is called Elephant. Now, the House of Zoologists in general make very strong fragrances. I think all of them that I own so far have lasted 10, 11 hours and plus. Projection on all Zoologist fragrances are also very strong. They're mostly a 1 or 2 sprays fragrance, this one included. This one is a 1 spray for me and also lasts extremely strong. Now, the reason I only put 1 Zoologist in here is because they can easily fill up this top 10 list, so I decided I'll just put 1 in here and I'll just tell everyone about the whole line. If you want beast mode niche fragrances, look no further than Zoologist. Every single one of those fragrances will feed into your beast mode fantasy for sure. They're just very strong, guys. Super strong. But this one, Elephant, is the strongest one off my skin. 1 spray only, and I get scent trails for days. If I spray this in my room right now, which I'm not gonna, it's gonna smell till tomorrow, and even till maybe tomorrow night. So it's a smell that doesn't go away. That's how Zoologist works. Beast mode fragrances with artistic touch. That's why they are one of my most favorite niche brands of all time. I did a top 10 list on them. If you guys want to check it out, that's on my channel. Just look around. It's buried under maybe 40 or 50 videos ago. I don't know how long it's been, but yeah, check that out. I have a top 10 list for them if you are interested. Alright, next one, number 3 spot, we have a Vanilla Musk Bomb. This one is probably the strongest vanilla. Oh, not really. That's number 2 spot is a stronger vanilla. But this one is a very strong masculine vanilla fragrance. This one is called Absolute Aphrodisiac by Initio's Parfum Privé. I raved about this one when I was back in Alaska, and rightfully so. It's so masculine. It is one of the most masculine vanilla that I have personally ever smelled. Now the musk in here, musk is usually a note that you can find both in men's fragrances and female fragrances. A lot of times in female fragrances, the musk will be paired with some floral notes, some vanilla, gives it that really nice dark edge to offset all the sweetness. But in this case, the musk that is used with this vanilla does not smell feminine in any given way at all. This is a very masculine smelling musk fragrance. I really cannot imagine a woman wearing this. This is a man's fragrance in my personal opinion, but I have had some ladies in the comment section say that they have been wearing this fragrance and they really enjoy it. So to each their own. This is just my opinion, of course. I think men should wear this fragrance. It also smells really sexy and alluring as well, because not only do you get the vanilla, you get the musk, but you also get the really nice warm amber. Everything about this fragrance screams cozy, warm, sexy, night out, Netflix and chill. It's just all of that, okay? And this one, of course, super long lasting. I always get 15, 16 plus hours with this very easily. The longest time that people have reported on Fragrantica when I read the reviews is 26 hours plus. So I don't know how true that is, but I can definitely see this fragrance pushing past the 20-hour mark for sure. It's just a really strong fragrance, and if you love beast mode fragrances, you really would not be disappointed with this one. Next one, number 2 spot, we have one fragrance that 2 sprays have filled up a whole entire classroom. Now, if you guys know, if you guys been a fan of my channel for a while, you guys know that I used to work in a school. So I used to work with a lot of kids, and the classrooms are pretty big classrooms. And I wore 2 sprays of this to work. That was one of my biggest mistakes. I wore 2 sprays of this to work, and it filled up the classroom. Like, it literally filled the classroom. My coworker, the teacher that was in the classroom at the time, had to come to talk to me saying that I should spray a little less next time. But she did give me a compliment for that fragrance, and I've just realized this. I haven't shown you guys the bottle yet. This one is called Moranga by Parfumum Roma. Now this one is the New York exclusive. You can find only at Oswald. I bought this at Oswald when I was there back in the beginning of 2017. This one is amazing. Like I said, that teacher gave me a compliment. Another teacher gave me a compliment, but not directly. She walked into the room that this fragrance was filled with, and she said, "Someone smells really good. Someone smells like a lemon cookie." And I was assuming that was me, because the only desserty smell that was in that room that day was Moranga, and this one smells like a really nice rich lemon meringue pie. So imagine Allure Homme Edition Blanche, but done in a niche way. So not an airy fresh designer way, but done in a more of a rich gourmand winter-ish way. This one smells really good. One of my most favorite gourmands on earth right now, and I only really need 1 spray of this at a time. And I'm sad that I live in Vegas now, because I don't get to wear it so often, because there's no good time in the year to wear Moranga for me anymore. But I still really love this fragrance, and if you want to ask me how long this thing actually lasts, is 20 hours plus, very easily. Alright guys, number 1 spot, we have fragrance from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This one is the half spray fragrance. If you could even spray half a spray, this fragrance is it. This one is called Oud Satin Mood. Now this thing is this thing is amazingly strong, annoyingly strong, arrogantly strong. You can, whatever adjective you can put to maximize the strength of this fragrance, you can throw that adjective in there, because this fragrance is amazingly strong. One time I wore this fragrance, it was 7 a.m. I sprayed it on, I went to work, right? Just one spray only. I went to work, and then after work I went to my girlfriend's house. It was around 11 p.m. when I went to my girlfriend's house. So that was roughly 16 hours into the fragrance ready. I went to my girlfriend's house, we sat down, we tried to watch a movie, and she said I smell too strong. It's like she said I smell too strong. She can't cuddle me because of, you know, Kurkdjian, and then she wanted me to go wash it off because it was still projecting like a monster. This thing is the strongest projecting fragrance that I own, and the longevity of this is easily all day. 24 hours is a pretty nice mark for this fragrance, but the projection also lasts around, like I explained, 16-17 hours of projection. It is super beastly. And one more story with this fragrance that I will tell you is that before I bought the bottle, I ordered a Lucky Scent sample. You know, Lucky Scent sample, they come in like a little tiny vial, and you kind of dab it on your finger right here. I wore that. I just dab it on my finger to test the smell, and then I had to go to the bank that day to deposit some money. And the lady who was standing behind me, I wasn't wearing any other fragrance that day, I only had that swipe on my hand. The lady that was standing behind me was like, "You smell really good." And I was like, "Really? Do I really smell that good?" And I was like, "I'm not really wearing anything." And then I realized that, oh, I was wearing Kurkdjian on this finger, and I asked her, like, "Can you smell this?" to see if it was that smell for sure. And she said, "Yes, it's that one." I was like, wow, no fucking way. No way. That one swipe from a Lucky Scent sample gave me a compliment with Kurkdjian. That's how strong this fragrance is. You definitely will get noticed with this. Do not spray 2 sprays or more of this fragrance. You will choke out the people around you. They will probably hate you for quite some time. So only wear 1 spray of this, and only in the winter time, okay? Never more than that, because like you heard from both of my stories, this fragrance is an absolute monster in both projection and longevity, all right? And this one to me will always be the #1. Every year that I would do the strong niche fragrance list, this one will always be #1 until someone else releases something that beats it, which I highly doubt that they would. But yeah, Oud Satin Mood, #1 spot, strongest beast mode niche fragrance on the planet. Alright guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if my talking right now is too slow, or do you want me to go back to the fast-paced Timmy, whatever that kind of style is. Just let me know down in the comment section below. Also, if you have not followed me on social media yet, I have an Instagram, I have a Facebook. You can follow those things down in the description below. Also, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Leave a like if you can. A like really helps my channel. And also, tell me down below if I've missed any of the beast mode niche fragrances that you know that I should check out, okay? Because I'm very intrigued in finding more niche fragrances to test out. Niche is my passion. I know a lot of you guys who watch my designer videos won't believe that, but niche is my passion. I started off my channel with niche, I just transitioned to designer, but my passion is still with niche fragrances. If you guys want to share any beast mode niche, please do. I really appreciate that. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time in another video tomorrow. Peace out guys, have an easy life, and bye.